This is Josh Wood's Genesis Podcast. My hope is that this will help you connect in new ways with the God of the Bible as it helps me study, process, and think out loud. Thanks so much for listening. Let's go. Genesis chapter 8. Today we're in Genesis chapter 8. This is where the flood subsides and everyone finally comes out of the boat. My family and I love to travel. We love road trips. For those of you who don't know me, we have a large family. So as much as we love road trips, it's always a great feeling to reach our destination. It's not uncommon for, when we reach our destination and park the van, for our kids to explode out of the confines of the van as if they're experiencing freedom for the first time, stretching, jumping, sighing with relief. It's a great feeling. I can imagine Noah and his compadres felt a similar feeling when the ark door was finally opened after about a year. Freedom. Genesis chapter 8, verses 15 through 17. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, the birds, the animals, and all the creatures that move along the ground, so that they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number on it." NIV. God basically tells them, go, explode out of the confines of this ark and fill the earth. It's sort of like the first creation when the universe exploded from one word of God. This time, it's a new creation exploding out of the ark. It's like the feeling our family gets when we finally exit the van after a 9-hour drive. Okay, so that may be over-trivializing it a bit. I mean, the ark full of animals for a year probably smelled about the same as our van after 9 hours. But other than that, I digress. Back to Noah. He walked out of that ark on an earth that had just been washed from sin, brutally but efficiently. And there he walked. Fresh air, fresh purpose, fresh mission, freedom. The whole thing is quite symbolic. On this earth, we're faced with a choice. Drown in the consequences of our own sin and depravity, or accept a way out that God has given us. Jesus is the ark. We aren't entering a literal wooden shelter from the storm, but a spiritual shelter of His forgiveness and grace, marked by a wooden cross. And after we've accepted the salvation from drowning, we are to feel the same sense of freshness and freedom Noah felt walking out of that ark. Every trace of sin gone. Freedom to walk forward and multiply the gift of God's salvation all over the world. Here's what I feel like God is trying to tell me today. Some days I need to pause and again take that breath of fresh air. I need to stop beating myself up and accept forgiveness and grace. As importantly, what if I worked to live my life in such a way that, when others were around me, they felt that same fresh feeling of freedom, that breath of fresh air? That feeling of yawning, arm stretching, leg stretching, and that freedom that you feel after stepping out of a car on a long road trip and reaching some beautiful destination. That breath of fresh air and fresh freedom felt after stepping out of that ark after being cooped up for far too long. That fresh freedom and fresh purpose felt after encountering the cross. I want to do a better job of living my life in such a way that those around me feel like that. I don't know about you, but in my life, doing a better job extending that breath of fresh air feeling to others looks a lot like extending more grace and forgiveness. I'll close with this. I recently read a book by Ryan Hall called Run the Mile You're In. In the book, Ryan mentions the importance of celebrating the victories of others. That really hit me because, confession, I spend far more of my time trying to convince other people to spend their time celebrating my victories rather than looking for and celebrating the victories of others. Perhaps you needed to hear that too. Be a breath of fresh air to others in this world.
Yeah. Yo, Genesis 8 floods coming to a close. Noah and the crew, time to step off the boat. A year cooped up, man, that ark's getting old. Door swings wide, freedom's calling, let it unfold. Like my fam on a road trip, 9 hours in the van. Kids bust out, stretching legs feeling grand, jumping, sighing, breathing air so sweet. Noah squad stepping out, new earth at their feet. God's voice hits, go fill the land, multiply. Every bird, every beast, let them soar, let them fly. Creation reboots like the Big Bang's rebirth. Ark explodes with life, giving value and worth. Fresh air, fresh start, sin washed away. Step out the ark, it's a brand new day. Jesus the shelter, cross setting us free. Grace in the wind, for you and for me. Flood scrubbed the world, brutal but clean. Noah walks out, new purpose, new scene. Symbolic vibes, yeah, we got a choice. Drown in the sin or lift up our voice. Christ is the ark, not wood but the cross. Spiritual shield saving us from the loss. Step out forgiven, no trace of the past. Freedom to share, let that love blast. God's whispering low, take a breath my son. Quit the self-blame, grace already won. Live it out loud, let others feel free. Like stretching your limbs when the journey's complete. Yo, Ryan Hall said it, celebrate the crew. Not just my wins, but theirs come through. Be that breeze, that fresh air flow. Grace and forgiveness, let it grow. So today's the mission, spread that vibe around. Fresh freedom singing, let the joy resound. Noah stepped out, I'm stepping too. A breath of fresh air, yo, how about you? Yeah.
You've been listening to Josh Wood's Genesis podcast. Feel free to connect with me on Substack, Instagram, Facebook, X, or Threads. My username is JoshWoodTX on all of the above. Thanks for listening. See you next time.